Welcome to Linguistic Academy YouTube channel. Today the topic that we are going to discuss is types of noun according to number. So let's begin. Noun. As we have already discussed that noun is one of the most common parts of speech that we use every day. It refers to the name of something that may or may not have physical existence. As per its definition, it identifies names of person, place, thing, animal, action, quality or idea. The definition does not only include this, as noun may also refer to a specific thing or a set of things. Noun does not only contain single words, but two or more words can also work as one noun altogether. Here it is important to consider that noun is not a semantic category because it does not refer to meaning of something. When we talk about categories of noun, then it is mainly classified as proper noun and common noun, though there are many other types as well. Number in noun. Basically, number is the quantity of something, whether something is one or more than one in quantity. But before going into detail, we will first revise what a countable noun is. So, what is a countable noun? Countable noun is a type of noun that includes people, animals, places, things, and ideas that can be counted. Since they can be counted, therefore they occur in both singular and plural forms. For example, tree, trees, box, boxes, ox, oxen, man, men, lady, ladies. Now in these examples, the word in the left side denote one thing. Therefore, these are called singular nouns, while the words in the right side denote more than one thing. Therefore, these are called plural nouns. Now, let's understand what singular nouns are. Singular nouns. Singular indicates a word to express one person, one place, or one thing. A proper definition of singular noun will be: a singular noun is a noun that refers to one and only one object or thing. It is the default quantity of something. Default means genuine, authentic, actual, or real. For example, people like man, woman, hero, firefighter, Queen Elizabeth. Animal like dog, cat, tiger, sparrow, dolphin. Place like country, island, Paris, Islamabad, village, zoo. Thing like table, chair, mobile phone, school bag, computer. Idea like joy, sadness, hunger, celebration, religion, Friday. Plural nouns. Plural is opposite to singular nouns. Therefore, it indicates that there is more than one person, animal, place, thing, or idea. When we define plural properly, we say that plural noun is a noun that refers to more than one or even more than two objects or things. We can also say that it typically denotes the quantity greater than the default quantity represented by the noun. Default quantity, as I have already mentioned, it is authentic, real, genuine or actual quantity, that is 1. For example, people like men, women, heroes, children, queens. Animals like dogs, cats, mice, dolphins, sparrows. Place like countries, islands, villages, mountains. Things like tables, chairs, mobile phones, computers, school bags. Now it is important to note that all the nouns can have plural forms, but abstract nouns like ideas, emotions, and feelings, they do not have plural forms. Now let's discuss how plurals are formed. Plurals are generally formed by adding s, es, ies, or ves at the end of the singular noun. But there are certain rules that are meant to be followed about how these suffixes are used and why. Rule 1. S and EX suffixes. Rule 2. Y and IE suffixes. Rule 3. O endings. Rule 4. F and FE endings. Rule 5. Some S and Z endings. And of course, exceptions. Rule 1. S and ES suffixes. Rule 1 is simplest of all the rules. According to this rule, we add S at the end of a singular object. For example, orange, oranges. Book, books. Boy, boys. Now rule 1 also says that we add es at the end of the words that are ending in SS, SH or CH or X. For example, dress, dresses. Brush, brushes. Match, matches. Box, boxes. Now you see in all these examples, dress is ending at SS, brush is ending at SH, match is ending at CH, while box is ending at X. So we are not adding an S at the end, rather we are adding ES as a suffix to change them in plural forms. Now move to rule 2. Y and IE suffixes. According to rule 2, the nouns that end with y and this y is preceded by a consonant, then we replace this y with I and add es at the end. For example, sky, skies. Ferry, ferries. Puppy, puppies. Now you see in all these examples, the ending y is omitted. We are replacing them with I and adding es to change them in plural forms. That's why sky turns into skies, ferry turns into ferries, and puppy turns into puppies. Rule 2 also says that if this y is preceded by a vowel, like there is no consonant before y at the end, then we just add s after y. We do not replace it with I, and we do not add es at the end. Like monkey, monkeys. Toy, toys. Day, days. In all these three examples, the basic form of the noun is not changed. Rather, we have just added an S at the end because this Y was not preceded by a consonant. It was preceded by a vowel. Rule 3. O endings. According to Rule 3, Those nouns that end with O and this O is preceded by a vowel will be changed into plural only by adding S suffix. For example, radio, radios, stereo, stereos, pistachio, pistachios. Now you see in these examples, this O is preceded by consonant, is preceded by vowel. So we are just adding simple S at the end. We are not changing its form. But of course, there is a variation. If this O is preceded by a consonant, then we add ES suffix rather than adding S. Like hero, heroes, mango, mangoes, potato, potatoes. In all these three examples, this O is preceded by consonants. So we are adding ES at the end rather than adding simple S. But there are some O ending nouns that add S suffix though preceded by a consonant. This is a little variation. There are some nouns as well that though they have vowel before the O sound, but still they will add S at the end rather than adding ES. For example, piano, pianos, logo, logos, commando, commandos. In all these three examples, the final O is preceded by a consonant rather than being preceded by a vowel. So we are adding just simple S. This is a variation. It is totally different from the second part of Rule 3, where it was said that if it is preceded by a consonant, then we will be adding ES. Here no ES is added, rather a simple S is added. Rule 4. F and FE endings. In this rule, we have F and FE at the end. When they are changed into plural forms, F and FE is replaced by V and ES is added at the end. For example, wife, wives, thief, thieves, shelf, shelves. In these examples, we see that wife is ending with FE, while thief and shelf is ending with F. We are replacing this F and FE with V, and then we are adding ES at the end to change them into plural forms. Now, there is also a variation that not all F change into V. For example, chief, chiefs, proof, proofs, cliff, cliffs. In this exception, when nouns that are ending with F are simply adding S at the end when they are being changed into plural forms. We are not replacing them with V. Rule 5. S and Z endings. Some nouns that end with S or Z, when they are changed into plural forms, this S or Z is doubled and ES is added at the end. For example, gas, gases, quiz, quizzes, fez, fezzes. In these three examples, the final S or Z is doubled and ES is added. Now let's discuss exceptions. We have just now studied all the 6 rules of plural forms, but not all the time these rules are implemented, as you see variations in each rule. There are also some irregular plurals that change into plural forms using totally different methodologies. You can see first one of them on the screen, that some nouns change their inside vowels to become plurals. For example, man, men, woman, woman, tooth, teeth. Now you see that the central vowel in these examples, in man, woman and tooth, is changed when we are making plural forms of this. Man has turned into men, woman has turned into woman, and tooth has turned into teeth. And same like goose has turned into geese, mouse has turned into mice. Number 2. Some nouns form plurals by adding en suffixes. There are also some nouns that add en at the end when they are changing into plural forms. For example, child, children, ox, oxen. Rule number 3. Fish is an exception. It is totally different case. It has 2 types of plural. Fish does not change when we refer to more than one fish. But when we use fish for both singular and plural forms. While fishes is used when more than one type of fish is there. For example, there are many fish in the pond and there are different fishes in the pond. Now in the first sentence there are many fish. Now fish is being used as plural, but this is showing fish in number, that there are many fish. Of course, more than one fish in the pond. But in the second sentence, you see that there are different fishes in the pond. It means that there are more than one types of fish in the pond, and this is showing that the fish is in different, there are different types, so it is plural in that sense. Number 4. Some nouns use same sounds for both singular and plural forms. They do not change, like sheep, deer, series. Now these 3 are used as plural and singular in both forms. Species is also that type. Number 5. Some nouns are only used in plurals, like scissors, trousers, pajamas, and jeans. They do not have any singular form, so they are used in plurals with s at the end. Number 6. Some nouns look plural but are in fact singular, like mathematics, it is a subject. Electronics, again a subject. News, and all these examples, these are written as plurals, but those are used as singular. Number 7. Collective nouns are in singular forms but always indicate plurals, like people, poultry, army, and class. Now these are collective nouns, that these are written as singular but they are showing more than one in quantity. Now that's all for today. Please subscribe Linguistic Academy and also follow my page on Facebook.